Hi fantasy managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. So in this video we're going to have a look at some of those top transfers in and out leading up to game week 11. We're going to have a look at my team and who is on my watch list. So if you enjoy these sort of videos, make sure you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Let's have a look at some of those players that have been very popular to bring in for game week 11. Phil Foden is top of the list. Nearly 500,000 FPL managers have brought him in. It's not a wonder he's had a brilliant season so far. He's played every single game. He's got 6 goals, 4 assists. His XGI has just gone through the roof recently, 0.78. That's right up there, alongside the likes of Salah, better than Saka, for a cheaper price, 8.2. He is keep on going up. He does keep on going up in value. The only thing I'd question is if I was to bring him in, and I am a Foden owner, would I bring him in for Liverpool away and then the blank game week? I'm not sure I would. I'm not saying that he can't perform against Liverpool away. Just not sure it's the one game this season I would be bringing him in for. But I do get the fear factor. 2 massive double-digit hauls in the last 2 weeks. I get why he's in. It just feels maybe it's the wrong time. I'll be looking after game week 12 to do it. Another Man City asset then comes in as well. João Cancelo, he's not one I own. I wish I did for the last game week. Nearly 250,000, just over 250,000 in fact. FPL managers have brought him in, and again he's done really well. Played every game, 2 goals, and what a goal he got at the weekend. 2 assists, huge haul. XGI is not brilliant, and you consider the goal he scored on Saturday. It's not exactly a gilt edge opportunity. He pretty much created it himself. 7.3, very expensive. Not up there in the likes of others with XGI. And again, I'm just not sure. They could easily go and get a clean sheet of Liverpool, but then blank game week 12, I would be holding off until game week 13. Brighton, then looking to bring him in. But at 7.3, I see the fear factor. It feels a bit knee-jerk. Big double-digit haul. People are bringing him in. He is the best defence. Not saying it's a bad move. I just think maybe game week 13 would be a better week to bring him in. Another player that people got on board last week, and they're continuing to do well now as well, is Kieran Trippier. 5.6, again, has some good fixtures. You could say he's definitely got some tricky fixtures coming out as well. He's got 1 goal. He's weighing in with assists as well. Decent XGI compared to others. For his price range, you have to say he looks pretty good. The likes of Trent gone out now for a couple of weeks. Reese James, possibly a doubt at the weekend. He looks like a player who's absolutely nailed decent fixtures. Yeah, I can definitely see why people are getting on board. Again, the only thing maybe I question is, can I see him getting a clean sheet at Manchester United? I can't, if I'm honest. I think I would not back them to get a clean sheet. I'd back against it. So maybe next week would be a better week to bring him in. But for injuries, if you're forced into that move, yeah, I don't think there's much better than Trippier out there at the moment. I do like the fixtures. Just 1 or 2 a bit trickier. But if you can put him on the bench for Man U and Tottenham, maybe he's still a good option. And even if he doesn't keep those clean sheets, he's definitely got attacking potential as well. Another player that just keeps on popping up as well, especially since his hat-trick at Anfield, is Leandro Trossard. Brentford away, Forest at home, 2 decent fixtures. He got Man City away, possibly look to bench him then. 5 goals, 2 assists, decent XGI, only 6.8. Yeah, if you've already got a Martinelli, I think I'd rather go Martinelli if I didn't. Trossard 6.8, he looks decent value. I can understand why people are bringing him in. See, I'm not convinced entirely about Brighton, but Brentford away will be tricky, but Forest at home looks like a great fixture. So yeah, I can totally understand why Trossard would be on people's list. People getting rid of then, Diaz, 500,000, totally. He's out now until after the World Cup is reported. He's had a decent season, 8 appearances. He's got 3 goals. For Man City at home anyway, then West Ham, great run of fixtures, but he's going to miss all of those. So many other options at 8 million. You feel like Luis Diaz, yeah, he's got to come out. And Liverpool players very much dominating players that have been shipped out. Nearly 500,000 have shipped out. Trent, I'm a Trent owner. I've got this option. I've got this dilemma as well. They've got great fixtures after Manchester City, and City blank in 12 as well. So to have him for that West Ham Forest Leeds one would be brilliant. Just doesn't look like he's going to be around. He's going to miss 2 weeks potentially. That'll put him out until potentially the Leeds game. So he's missed some really good fixtures. And if you own 3 City players like I do, none of them are going to play in game week 12. I can't afford to have an injured player on the bench. So I definitely see why people are getting rid of Trent. Only 1 return so far this season. That was a big haul against Bournemouth. But I can see why people are getting rid of him in their droves. Mo Salah as well. Nearly 250,000 people got rid of him. He has disappointed though so far this season. It's not like he's been atrocious. It's just he's getting goal returns, goal involvements quite regularly, just not scoring perhaps as much as people would like. 0.79. Again, it's still a decent XGI. Man City at home, tough fixture, but then that run of fixtures, he looks good. But there's so many £8 million midfielders out there that are just such good options. You've got the likes of Saka, Maddison, even the likes of Zaha and Martinelli are up there as good choices. It just feels hard to keep Salah when all those other cheaper players are doing similar, if not better than him. So I get it. I get why Salah's coming out. If I owned him, I'd be tempted to hold him just for that West Ham Forest and Leeds game. I think he's pretty much nailed in that side, especially for the Premier League. On pens, I still quite like him. I still don't think I think it's a bit early to rule him out. If I had him, not sure I'd be selling him. I would be holding him for those 3 fixtures. So those are the players that are being shipped out. Let's have a look at my side and who do I think I will be looking at to bring in for game week 11. So this is my side as it is set up for game week 11. As you can see, I've got Trent, I've got issues with that. James having come off in the Champions League, got to wait on that as well. And Mitrovic is a sort of ongoing problem. I'm hoping he will be fit for this game week. We've just got to wait on that. So my team as it stands, I've got one transfer to make. I've got Mitrovic, James and Trent on the bench. It could be that none of them play. And then I'm left with Gomez. Sergio Gomez playing away at Liverpool. Now, I'm not even sure if he's going to play. If he doesn't play, I've then got to take one of my injured players off the bench who will come in because I've got to play 3 defenders. So if he doesn't play, I'm just going to be playing with 10. So that is a worry for me. I've also got to consider game week 12 where I've got 3 Man City players blanking. So Trent, he's going to miss that. It looks almost certain. James, unsure about. Mitch, I'm confident that he will be around. James, just don't know. So I need to bring in, I've got to replace Trent. That's what it comes down to. Obviously, he's expensive, so I could go to pretty much everyone. I can't go to Man City, another Man City player, unless I take a hit to get rid of Gomez. I've only just brought him in, so I don't want to do that. I've got 0.9 in the bank. It gives me a couple of options. Gueye, he's an option of 4.3. His fixtures look really nice. I do like him. What I need is a player that's absolutely nailed in this side that I know is going to play, because I cannot risk them not playing with 3 Man City players already out. His goal threat is very minimal, so he's not got a great XGI, but Leicester away, Wolves at home, and game week 12 looks good. Everton, Southampton look good as well. He's absolutely nailed. He's played every minute of every game so far. 4.3, he's super cheap. That gives me a lot of money after game week 12 when I can hopefully roll a transfer. And I've got a lot of money to bring in maybe Jesus, look at Saka, look at those Arsenal players, because those fixtures look really good. The other choice is, if James is suddenly out for a bit longer, I could go to Koulibaly. He has missed games in the Potter, but pretty much everyone else has except Mount. So he's got Villa away, then he's got Brentford, Man U, Brighton, Arsenal. They're not the worst fixtures, and they look pretty solid under Potter at the moment. So I'm trusting that Chelsea defence a bit more. Ideally, you want Reese James. I don't trust to go to Chilwell because I just don't know if he's going to play enough minutes. He's got 1 goal, Koulibaly, not a great goal threat, but I'm pretty sure he's nailed in that Chelsea side. So he could be the other one to go to. Yeah, and I think Trent is going to have to be the one to go. If I could have got through game week 12 with keeping Trent, I think I would just hold him because his fixtures are so good. I'm not saying I would, but that's definitely could have been a possibility. But I'm going to hold off at the moment. Trent's value is not likely to go down, it seems, until maybe tomorrow or the night after, so I can buy myself a bit of time, hopefully see those press conferences and see what's going to happen. But those 2 players, Koulibaly and Gueye, are on my radar at the moment for taking Trent out. That's it for this one then, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think. What are your transfer plans for game week 11? I feel like I've done a bit of a whistle-stop tour of my transfer plans. I'm just waiting on those press conferences to get more information about all of those injuries to key players, and that's going to dictate a lot for me. We'll come back at you with a team selection before the deadline, looking at perhaps doing a free hit video over the weekend for game week 12 as well for those who are interested. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that bell to make sure you don't miss any content, and in the meantime, take care, speak to you soon.